Two teenage boys have been involved in a mass shooting in London in Barking, and this is a very disturbing story. Once again, the mainstream media are not touching, looking, reporting on this incident, and this is why here at True Brit Media, we're here to bring you the truth, expose the truth, and live the truth, so the truth can be heard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash the like button and get in the comment section your thoughts on this one. If anyone is in around this area, heard of this incident, or knows anything about it, then please do let me know. But the coverage on this is minimal, but I think it's something that we must talk about. What has Britain come to? Every day we are reading or hearing stories of this. A week ago, I reported of a shooting in Liverpool, and now we turn ourselves to London. And the same theme that hits me, teenagers, young children involved at the heart of this. And once again, we're left with no descriptions, no accountability, and no one behind bars. Have a look at this. This is the report, and this is from My London, one of the only few papers that are reporting on this. It says, boys 16 shot in Barking, leaving one with life-changing injuries. A 16-year-old boy may be left with life-changing injuries after a double shooting. This happened on Hardwick Street just before 9 p.m. on Sunday. So it's now Tuesday as I report this. So this one's gone a little bit quiet. And I can see why it has gone quiet. And I'm going to show you why. But this happened over a weekend. So two 16-year-olds involved in this, but one with life-changing injuries. The Met Police confirmed both were taken to hospital in a stable condition. However, one of the boys faces life-altering damage. We go on to say no one has been arrested in connection as of yet, the force added. An investigation has now been launched and witnesses are urged to come forward. A photo taken at the scene showed multiple emergency vehicles parked on the residential road. A spokesperson for the Met Police said police were called at basically 9 o'clock on Sunday the 16th to reports of shooting on Hardwick Street, Barking. Two 16-year-old boys were found to have gunshot injuries. It goes on to say both were taken to hospital and their conditions are not believed to be life-threatening, but one of the boys is believed to have life-changing injuries. The London Ambulance Service has been contacted for more information. Well. A very mysterious case, this one, because when I look at it and when I think about it, you've got to try and piece this together, as we do as independent journalists. First of all, the two 16-year-olds in hospital. Well, none of them have been charged as of yet. So if the police were looking for suspects, they would have had two right there. So it makes me believe, were these two boys just innocent bystanders? Were these two 16-year-olds part of a gang culture, gang violence, got caught in the crossfire? Or were they subject to actually being heavily involved in it? Second of all, I think once again, it annoys me that this happened on Sunday and the Met Police have no one in custody. That's 48 hours, no one behind bars, no one in custody, no one been questioned, no one been linked, no mugshot out there of a suspect. We live in a world where there's surveillance and cameras. How do they not have any footage of this? So two really concerning things for me. But finally, probably the biggest sort of testament of this is when you would hear of a shooting, and I believe this, and people, when I did this Liverpool video, a lot of my comment section go, oh, it's very common. It's very common in Liverpool. Oh, it's very common in that neck of the woods. It just doesn't get spoken about enough. For me, where I've been, where I've grown up, gun violence is a rarity. I associate gun violence with America. You hear about shootings all the time because of their amendments. They are able to carry guns. You hear about that sort of crime all the time. When in England, it's all about our knife epidemic and our knife crime. But when it comes to England and gun shootings and gun violence, it's something I'm not aware of. It's something I don't hear of. It's something the mainstream will not put out. And it's something I feel isn't common. So it does beg me to believe, why is this not being covered? Now, when you go on social media and you actually type in, Barking double shooting, you get some of the patriot pages, Britain is broken, London and UK street news. But when you come to the mainstream media or media channels, you've got the Barking and Dagenham Post. Boy 16 with life-changing injuries after double shooting in Barking. You've got the Romford Recorder. Again, a local paper in Romford and Dagenham. And then that's it. That's all you've got. And so I think this tweet sort of sums it up perfectly. No media outlet has reported on the double shooting that we understood took place last night. Why have they not covered the shooting in Barking? Met Police UK, are you investigating? We need to know what's happening. Were there any injured residents? Has anyone been arrested? And I think that summary for me is key. Because I'm going to say this now. My feelings, my view on this is that the police are turning another blind eye. Too hard to investigate. Too hard to work out what's going on. Too hard to find a solution. You've got two 16-year-olds who aren't dead. So they're lucky in the sense of, police are thinking, well, it's not a murder investigation. But you've got two traumatized 16-year-olds, one with life-changing injuries. There has to be accountability. So I think the police are turning a blind eye on this one. I think the police aren't reporting it. And the mainstream are sort of, again, hushing it up. But this is why we are an independent channel. That's why we do independent journalism. Because I don't think this sort of news should be hushed up. And I want to know if you agree. So, yeah, if anyone knows of any information, any news, any links, any source on this, then please do let me know, because I think this is something that the people must hear and must be aware of. So my final sort of take on this is I'm starting to see these creep into the media a little bit more, local media, that is. You have to do your digging on these things. You have to do your research to find the odd local newspaper who's willing to publicize it. And the more I see it, the more concerned I am, because knife crime used to be a rarity, and now it's an epidemic, and it seems an everyday thing. Gun crime, a rarity. My worry is in a year or two, black market guns, black market violence, we're going to see a lot more of these type of stories and incidents on our streets. And I'm only following the trend of knives. And I want to know your genuine thoughts on that. Do you see Britain going that way, that we will evolve into seeing more gun crime, violence on our streets? But yeah, your comments are much appreciated. As I said, stay tuned, stay locked in. Big up to each and every single one of you who's been supporting the channel. The support has been fantastic. Loads of you got your notification bell on. Loads of you have been smashing the support in the comments. Loads of you have been giving such good feedback, and I really do appreciate it. And finally, anyone who wants to become a member, then do check out the membership channel. That is available on the pinned comment right now in the chat. And of course, if you do also want to support the channel, you can hit this QR code right here. It's called Buy Me a Coffee if you'd love to do that support as well. That's me done with this video. Stay tuned for more content later on today. But as I said, a double shooting in London has not been reported by the mainstream media. You've got to ask why. I'm out of here. Ta-da.